Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Ishak bin Saruddin and today our group will be presenting about Hagia Sophia, one of the most meaningful and historically important architectural monuments in the world. Before we begin, let me briefly explain why we chose Hagia Sophia as our topic. Hagia Sophia is a building that has stood for almost 1,500 years. It has changed rules many times. It was originally built as a church during the Byzantine Empire in the year 537 CE. Later, after the Ottoman conquest in 1453, it was converted into a mosque. In 1934, during the early years of modern Turkey, it was turned into a museum. And most recently, in 2020, it was once again reopened as a mosque. Because all of these changes, Hagia Sophia is not just an ordinary building, but it represents different layers of religion, power, culture, and identity across time. Every transformation reflects a major shift in the society and leadership of the era too. In this presentation, we will look at Hagia Sophia not only as a piece of architecture, but also as a symbol that carries meanings. We will explain a little bit of the artistic philosophy behind Hagia Sophia, the design concept that make it unique, the issues and problems surrounding the building, and lastly, our conclusion based on these findings. Through this presentation, we hope to show how Hagia Sophia is a powerful example of how art and architecture can reflect historical changes, cultural identity, and even political tensions. With that, I will pass to my next presenter.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Zarif Rosham, and now I will talk about the philosophy of Hagia Sophia. So, Hagia Sophia is a perfect example of how architecture functions as a philosophical representation of the sacred. According to Oslo, the sacred is the link between the divine and the human world. We cannot access the divine directly, so architecture becomes a signifier that represents what is invisible. In Hagia Sophia, the structure itself, its dome, space, and decoration works like a symbolic system that points toward the sacred. During the Byzantine era, the building was treated not just as a church but as a sacred aesthetic experience. Procopius described the dome as a suspended from heaven and the interior light as glowing from within, symbolizing divine radiance. The gold mosaics and marbles helped create a heavenly, otherworldly atmosphere. For believers, Hagia Sophia wasn't simply architecture, it was a miracle and a gift from God. When the Ottomans conquered Constantinople, the sacred meaning of Hagia Sophia was transformed. Christian elements were removed and covered, and Islamic features such as the mihrab, minbar, minarets, and large calligraphy panels were added. The structure shifted from a Christian sacred icon into an Islamic sacred monument, showing how a single building can carry multiple layers of meaning over time. In modern times, Hagia Sophia's meaning becomes even more complex. Modernity breaks the idea of a single sacred truth, so the building now carries several identities at once: a symbol of Byzantine Christianity, of Ottoman Islam, a secular national museum, and also a global tourist attraction. This fragmentation shows how modernity creates multiple interpretations instead of one unified sacred meaning. That's all from me. Now I will pass to our next presenter. Thank you.
Okay, in addition, the Hagia Sophia covers deep philosophy idea about the role of the arts in understanding God's spirituality. In this view, art is not created merely from decoration, but arts as a bridge that connects human being to the divine. The architectural design and artistic element of the Hagia Sophia also were intentionally created to express the concept of the divine wisdom or Sophia in a physical and tangible form that simply providing visual beauty itself. One of the most powerful example of the philosophy that can be seen in the dome at the top of the building. The dome appears to float above the interior space because of the many windows that surrounded its base. As sunlight streamed through the windows, the light created the illusion that the dome is suspended in mid-air, separated from the heavy structure below. This view effect makes the dome stand out from the rest of the building and give it a sense of the lightness and transparency. And in the end, the presence of the dome symbolically contract the physical weight of the structure with the idea of God exists, which lies beyond the material world. In this way, the dome represents the Byzantine belief that sacred art should reveal truth about reality that cannot be seen in every life. As Mengeles explains, Byzantine sacred art was meant to guide people to a spiritual understanding, not just visual observing. Therefore, the Hagia Sophia can be understood as the philosophy that is meant to be experienced to its visuals, impact, light, and spatial design. It teaches spiritual lesson directly to those inside it, rather than relying on the explanation or word alone.
It was constructed in year 537 AD as the Byzantine Church commissioned by Emperor Justinian I. This structure was innovative due to the presence of a large dome that appeared to float in mid-air. This dome resets on pendentive with supports from four large pillars, leaving a wider interior space unlike any other previous church. Semi-dome were incorporated to distribute the weight of the dome due to the earthquake zone that encompassed the area of Istanbul. This structure suffered damage on a number of occasions. The dome collapsed with a subsequent renovation to make it higher and more robust. When Constantinople was conquered by the Ottoman in 1453, Hagia Sophia was converted into a mosque. However, the Ottomans retained the original building but incorporated other features such as minarets and buttresses. Through this feature were more of a sign of Ottoman identity. There were also beneficials that they enhanced the support of the structure. Hagia Sophia was made more earthquake resistant by the great architecture Mimar Sinan, who enhanced its walls, piers, and foundation. Hagia Sophia was converted into a museum in 1935 with a shift from religious function to conservation. Some structural repair were carried out as well as restoration of historical mosaic. In 2020, it was converted back into a mosque with a minimal structure adjustment. Today, Hagia Sophia stands as a great example of architectural innovation, conservation, and alteration through the year.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Aiman Hakimi and now I will continue on about the artistic concept behind Hagia Sophia. So first concept is the union of between heaven and the earth. We can see this through the building interior of the building, which is the dome, whereas the dome is very high up to the sky, and it is said that the massive central dome was to describe as the how high above is the heaven is. And next is by having this window all around the building really helps the building look much more ethereal. Next is the sources of light as a sacred medium for the building itself. So as we all can see from the pictures that I have provided, that the building itself was really filled with windows all around it. This is because that during the Byzantine era, with the uses of light illuminate the building, it really heighten the building structure, the building interiors, and make it look much more majestic. And by having gold mosaics all around it, really creates the otherworldly radiance all around the building. Next is and last but not least is fusion of between cultures and eras. This is because as the years goes on, Hagia Sophia not only describe the beauty of one culture only, but it also captures all the cultures that the building ever been done to it. For example, the Christianity and then the Muslim cultures. It just shows how, even though at first it was a mosque and then turned into a church, but the aesthetic of the building itself really stays, and it's just nothing much changes throughout the years, and it really captures the beauty of all the cultures itself. And that is all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurnia Shazlila binti Raibil. I will present about the issue and problem at Hagia Sophia. The first problematic issue is the issue of change status and international implication. Change of function, the status of Hagia Sophia was changed from the secular museum to functional mosque. Violation of UNESCO protocol. The decision was made without consultation, triggering UNESCO warning about the threat to the World Heritage Site status, and diplomatic tension causing major tension, especially with the press and a top leader who see it as an important place for Christian heritage. The second issue is the issue of protection of artwork in worship space. Closure requirements, historical, iconographic mosaic need to be recovered, protect with currents or light during prayer time. Risks of damage. The repeated use of mechanical system causes a risk of long-term damage to the very mosaic surface. Limited access. The visitor experience is altered times and access to view. The mosaic may be limited or dissipated by prayer time. And later the building recycle and engineering issue and problems. Seismic threat located in an active earthquake zone, the 1,500 years old, requires ongoing strengthening. Major restoration work, major project underway to strengthen the dam, supporting columns and functional to ensure integrity. Visitor damage. The heavy flow of tourists is causing wear and their unseen interior elements such as marble and staircase. That's all from me. We'll move to the next presenter.
Next is conclusion. In conclusion, Hagia Sophia stands as a powerful symbol of history, culture, and spirituality. Throughout centuries, it has served different roles, from a church to a mosque, a museum, and again a mosque, reflecting the change in civilization and belief. Its unique architecture, blending Byzantine and Islamic influences, highlight human creativity and harmony between culture. Today, Hagia Sophia continues to inspire people around the world as a reminder of unity, tolerance, and the rich legacy of human civilization. That's all from our group. Thank you.